Well, hello again and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to sort of like ask myself a question, but at the same time ask you the question. The thing is, we're having another UHQR, Steely Dan Asia, and I said on my previous video about the can't buy thrill item that I wouldn't buy any other. The thing is, I'm sitting on the fence. So what I've been doing, or what I had in mind, was to make a list of the pros and cons in favor of buying the album. To start with, what I did was downloaded the high-res files and played them through my amplifier and my speakers to get an idea. Of course, it's not the vinyl is not going to sound like, but just to get an overall idea of what the mastering is about. Uh, what I felt at first is, of course, that as usual in all audiophile albums, right, that the sound stage is wider and that it is more detailed. Granted. There was something I didn't like. It was just some kind of, it becomes a little bit strident in the min range, if you know what I mean. But trying to make a fair comparison, right? I use digital as well, right? So I play this album, right? It's a CD, cost me €5, and it was mastered by Steve Kaufman in the early 80s, 83 or 84. Comparing the two, I much prefer this one. And it's because of the mid-range. There's mid-range here. There's information in the middle. The bass is really captivating. It is enticing. It makes you want to listen over and over again. Right? Whereas I didn't feel the same thing about the high-res file. But anyway, that was a starter. What's more important, and what I have to think carefully about, is buying the UHQR. Right? Now, a lot of people told me in my previous video, link is in the description box, that it is something like people like me are not allowed or to have an opinion, right? Uh, that there are consensus all over the world about what sounds good and what doesn't. And you have to adapt yourself to that. And I think to myself, I mean, is that it? Everybody has different ears. Everybody has different gears. Everybody likes different kinds of music. So how can one person or a group of persons decide for the others? Uh, and especially, they give you credit if you've got very expensive items, very hard to find. And then it seems like if you have some of those records, your opinion is I don't know how to put it. It's worth listening now because you have those records. But if you don't, well, it's sort of like you're not entitled to say a word about it. Let's see. So far, I've been talking for a few minutes, and I haven't shown you any item, right? But I'm sure some of those people, if I go like this, and show you a mint copy of Supertramp's Crime of the Century, Speaker's Corner, which is worth today about $250 or $300, then probably their minds will change. Well, or a UK first pressing near Mint of Abbey Road with the misaligned apple. And of course, you're more entitled to your opinion if you got an UHQR. What does that mean? That other records are not worth considering, or your opinion depends on how much money you are ready to spend? Right, I don't want to digress too much about it. Let's get now into vinyl. I haven't heard of UHQR. I don't know what it sounds like. So what I tried to do was sort of to make a mental list of pros and cons in favor of buying the copy and against buying the copy. Now, in favor of buying, right, is it's probably going to sound good. It's probably going to sound with a very wide sound stage. It will probably be very detailed. Uh, it's worth a lot of money, but when they're out of stock, they're going to cost much more, and you can make a profit out of it. Uh, Another advantage is that it will last you a long time. It's made of clarity vinyl. It's 180 grams, I think, or 200. So it makes you think about it. That's the pros. Now, I made sort of like a mental list of cons, right? My mental list of cons starts here. Well, first thing, they make you buy a box. Now, as I said when I made this video, what's the box for? To take up space on your shelves? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, especially when the jacket is fantastic, and I'm sure the AJUH Grow will have a fantastic jacket, and they could have cut down the price in half, right? Uh, so I don't really like that. Then my second point is the sequencing, right? It's 45 RPM, it's two records, so that means that you have to get on your feet every 10 minutes and flip sides, right? Okay. For instance, Dick and Blues is just one song on one side, like a single in the old days. And I don't find that very convenient in case you want to enjoy the album. Uh, to make up my mind up a little bit better, I had a look of what I had, the ages I had, and if it was worth updating, if updating is. Uh, I've got these three copies, right? This one, right? It's a German first pressing, right? Uh, I've had it for a long time. It's not very thick cardboard. It sounds good, nothing to write home about, but you can certainly play it and have a good time and enjoy yourself while you enjoy the music. Now, the thing is, I paid €7 for this. Seven. Now, here are two other copies, right? Uh, an American first pressing, AB 1006 from 1977, and another AB 1006 from 1977. The first one, this one cost me $20, and it's in near mint condition. I'm going to show you, right? Right. I mean, the jacket, well, it could certainly be very good price for some very picky people, but I find it good enough, excellent. Right, and then, well, the record, absolutely mint. Flat, no ticks, no pops. It plays perfectly. Right, and as I said, I only paid $20 for it. How does it sound? Fantastic, gorgeous. When I listen to it, I'm in a trance. I do enjoy myself. It's captivating. It's enticing. It makes you want to listen over and over again. Now, the funny thing now is this third pressing, right? Which I bought for €5 in a thrift store. Now, tell you that. Thing is that Steely Dan is not that big this side of the pond. I love the band and it's on my top three lists, but it's not that big in Europe, right? So you usually go to thrift stores and to flea markets, and you can find Asians for a fiver, right? So I got this copy, and I like out, right? It was cheap because it wasn't a gatefold. That's what the seller told me. But I had the precaution of checking the matrices. So I checked the matrices, and it is an AB 1006. I hope you can read it there, and if not, you have to take my word for it. Right. Now, the funny thing is that this one, which has to be a later present because there's no gatefold, so I suppose it's a later pressing, I don't know, 1978 or I don't know, right? Now, I love the sound of this one, but believe me, this one sounds better and it's a later pressing. They both sound gorgeous, right? You can't go wrong with any of the two. But listening carefully, making a critical listen on both albums, and my wife even joined me. This one sounds better, a tad, by a hair, but better. But they both sound fantastic. Now, do I need to pay $250? Because this side of the pond is 150 plus shipping plus taxes. For a record that might improve a little bit on this, that let's be honest, I'm only going to play it once or twice and then, put them on the shelves. Uh, I don't really think I'm for that. No, I listen to reviews, I read reviews and see what you other people think. I try not to be sitting on the fence, but my take on this now is a pass. Well, okay, that's all for now. Uh, Please leave comments. Let me know what you think. Are you going to buy the album or not? Do you think it is really worth? Have you heard it? And give a critical opinion. Right? Please subscribe. I'll be coming back with more vinyl reviews in the near future. Bye for now and take care.